Hey, welcome back to the Confident Podcast. My name is Dan Tinquist, your host. So glad to have you with us today. We'll begin this episode like we do every single episode with our fatherhood mindset. Say it out loud with me. I'm the only one who can fulfill the father role I have, so I choose to do it well. I get to show up well for my kids. Imperfection is reality. Ownership is a choice. Today is brand new, and so is tomorrow. I am wholly loved, so I will love wholly. Today's equipping section is talking about the gift of tension, like how to see tension in your family, in your parenting as a gift. Many people either avoid this topic completely or really embrace it and love it, but maybe don't always handle it very well. I'm looking at you, Enneagram 8s, loving the conflict, loving it, seeing conflict as connection, right? Most of the rest of us in this world either avoid it or struggle with it, but it's really a gift to embrace it, to be able to embrace it, to be able to understand what parts of tension need to be embraced, which parts need to be corrected, and which parts need to drive us and maybe even become a catalyst for change, a way to measure the metric of growth in your parenting and in your personal development. Okay, so again, gonna just shoot you over to a quick snippet of what I taught on intention in my course to give you another glimpse into kind of what it looks like exactly to be in that course. Would love to have you join if that's something you're looking for. But for the time being here, let's hop right on over to the teaching on the gift of tension. We're going to talk about the importance of holding things in tension. There's a saying that goes, it's a tension to be managed, not a problem to be solved. I'm sure you're aware of this and you've heard this saying before. This is very true, especially with two types of tension in parenting. The first one is understanding that you will never arrive. Like you'll have marginal improvement and you'll continue to grow. But once you've mastered a certain aspect of parenting, the tension is you will still feel like you haven't arrived. There's other areas of life that this often is experienced. Finances, career, marriage, friendship, where you're like, I have this vision and this ideal, but I haven't quite reached it. And as soon as you get as close as you think you can, you realize that I'm not quite there. Learning how to manage this tension is very important if you want to be present in the right now. The secret of this is holding that tension with contentment, with gratitude, and joy. So the contentment piece is say, I'm good with where I'm at, but I'm going to keep driving forward. Like contentment is literally saying, I can be good right now. I'm good. I'm content, but I'm going to keep driving forward. Gratitude is an incredibly helpful practice in saying, what do I have? What around me am I grateful for? That really can help even lead to contentment. And then you have this deep sense of joy to say, like, I'm so glad to be on the journey. All right. This is a tension that we need to manage because we can never solve it. It's not a problem. Oliver Burkeman in his book, 4,000 Weeks, has a fascinating way of slapping us in the face with our own mortality and finitude. He helps us as the reader understand the value of each lived moment and how to stay home in the moment while resisting the temptation to exit into future-looking fantasies and goals. The future has its place and goals are important, because obviously that's part of this course. I'd be a hypocrite if I said it wasn't important. But if we're always looking forward, we won't be any presently good. Like if we're always striving for that next step, instead of resting in what is, it's going to be very hard to be content, to be present in each moment. See, forward-thinking mindsets are not inherently bad. They are helpful, but if we're not careful, they can consume us. So be thinking about this as you continue to move forward, as you continue to work towards your goals, understanding it's okay to not arrive, and to stay in tension between what was, what is, and what's going to be. The other tension I want to touch on that's healthy, that's good, is the tension of interaction. Tension in parenting, some people think it's bad. They're like, oh, it's tense and there's a struggle and it's all. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. On the contrary, it means that you're growing. If there's tension in your parenting relationship, It probably means that you're not settling for what is, and you're saying, I'm going to get better as a parent, and I want my kids to grow up, enjoy childhood, but continue to grow into interdependent adults. Do not believe the lie that there are families out there who don't experience tension. It's everywhere. Every family that you've ever run into has experienced tension, and it's not bad. Well, some tension is bad. Some tension is good. What's good tension? Like your kids complaining as you teach them and encourage them to contribute to the home. You don't want to just say, okay, fine, have your way. You live in that tension of, I know I asked you to clean your room and I know you're frustrated. That's fine. But it still is something we do as a family. Okay. Other tension is bad. When you get into power struggles or demands for compliance and you're trying to control your kids, that's not good tension. Ditch that tension as soon as you can and build the relationship where they want to comply, where they want to be in your home, because you're making it the most safe, secure, healthy, joyful, tension-filled, in the best way, place for your kids. You see, just like a workout, resistance is needed for strength to increase. If you want to grow as a parent, if you want to grow in your confidence, you want your kids to grow in interdependence, it's going to take resistance. It's going to take tension. So, as we work to grow our kids into confident, courageous adults with good character, remember, tension is a part of the process. Embrace it. All right, so I hope that this is a helpful mindset shift, a paradigm shift for you to see tension as something that is a gift. Understanding what tension needs to be dismissed, taken care of, the problem is actually understanding it is a problem to solve. We got to get rid of it. But the other parts of it, to embrace it, to move forward without unhealthy expectations of perfection and unicorn world, but actually walking faithfully and dutifully forward in your fatherhood journey, understanding tension is a big part of the journey. I would love to hear you tell me in the comments section which part of this resonated with you the most. What tensions do you have in your life right now that you are now seeing as a gift? You're now understanding that, like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to connect, an opportunity for me to grow, an opportunity for you to see the world in a different way now that you understand certain kinds of tension are actually a gift. We'll see you in the next episode.